Today we have Mr. Dinesh Sharma, who is the second European standards expert in India, and he has deep knowledge about standards and working in India. So I want to know how this standards-driven approach is going to help India in its smart city mission.
You see, when you talk about smart city rollout, ICT is the key enabler. And when I say ICT is a key enabler, indirectly I'm talking about ICT standards. Now, when I'm talking about ICT standards, you have to pick up one vertical because ICT is a very broad topic. And there we talk about the machine-to-machine and IoT. Now, at the end of it, it is a game of sensors. It is a game of devices. Now, this is where this common service layer plays a very important role. In a nutshell, what I'm saying is when we roll out solutions in different smart cities, at least the ICT piece of it should be implemented in such a way that it is a replica of one city to another city, because that is the common element. Of course, every city is different. Every city is a different requirement. The only thing which is common is the common service layer, which means the common functions. We should implement that common service layer and a common service function all across the city in a similar fashion. Why we should choose this standard? Because we know we have to make it interoperable. We have to make it future-proof, which means if we are doing an investment today, it is future-proof. If we are implementing a standard solution, it means we have a capability to bring economies of scale. Why we talk about economies of scale? When we talk about Indian smart cities, we have to offer the affordable solutions. How the affordable solutions will come? They will only come when it is a standardized, interoperable solution. So in nutshell, common service layer will play a very important role, and 1M2M, which has already developed specifications and standard, which has already been implemented by an Indian organizations, research organizations like CDOT, it's the right time that it should be inculcated, implemented in our smart city solutions in India. And that's where the work which took place in Europe, but with all the standard development organizations around the world, including India, which is TSDSI, I think we all have worked together developing those specifications. We have developed a platform based on that, so it's the right time to implement those solutions in our cities.
Also, regarding this India-EU collaboration, you have been a very active champion, bringing the European expertise to India. What do you think about the India-EU collaboration? What we can learn?
So before I talk about EU-India collaborations, I think we all agree EU is much ahead when we talk about standards. When we talk about standard development activities. Of course, it does not develop. When we talk about ICT standard, it does not develop for European market, it develops for the world. It develops for the world while all these, again, standard development organizations from around the world, including India, goes, participate, contribute and develop these standards. So while EU has a lot of best practices implementing those, building those standards, implementing those standards, I believe this is where you can contribute to India. You can tell India, if you have some new technology rollout, what has already been developed, implement that. Or even before you implement, study that. Maybe you need not to reinvent a wheel. So there could be best practices, there could be standards already developed which are relevant from an Indian context. Study them, adopt them, transpose them and implement them. So I think EU can help bringing those best practices, bringing those technological advancement to India. And this is where the project like EU-India cooperation on ICT standard for a technology which are future or which are immediate, and that's where we both can contribute and learn from each other, and that's where the EU will contribute in a big way.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.